are starting to kind of buy books because we want our kids to have a nice collection of books and everything, because my husband and I, we both love to read. So we were like, you know what, we need to start buying stuff. Because before we were a little bit scared to start buying things just because we had our loss previously. But we're like, okay, we're just going to live in the moment. So we went to Barnes & Noble, and we just got a couple. We got, of course, You Can't Go Without the Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. And then also, do you remember those, like, little golden books? This, like, they're so cute. And my husband, he saw this one. He's like, I remember that one when I was a kid. So we decided to get that one. So we have these two to start off with. And my husband's really cute. He's been reading to them at night. And I think that's really sweet now that they're able to kind of hear. And I think it's important for them to learn his voice and everything. So it's kind of like his bonding time with them, and it's very relaxing. Like, just with him reading, I find myself like yawning and like wanting to fall asleep. So I keep looking down because I have a list, because I always forget things that I want to talk about. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. So I was walking around Target, and it's so weird. I feel like when I walk, like, not like a lot, but like more than usual, I feel like my uterus almost like falls forward. I don't know. It's like the most bizarre feeling. It feels so heavy. And then the other thing is, we were laying in bed the other night, and my husband, he's always feeling my belly, and he was like, oh my gosh, there's something hard right here. So I was feeling, and I'm like, Michael, that's a baby's head. And he was like, no. And it was really cool because it was really, really hard, like on the side where, because I know both babies are breech right now. They're both like heads up. So their heads are like right there. And so I know that's baby A's head and everything. And he's like, how's that possible? I'm like, well, you know, there's two of them in there, so they're probably getting pretty squished and move around and everything. So, you know, it didn't last for very long. The baby moved, and it's kind of funny because we've had like different hard spots in different places, like I guess where they're pushed up against or something. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So I can't wait till I get further along where some of my fat is more like stretched out so that we can actually like see parts and everything. And I'm definitely feeling movement. What's funny is I've noticed. Well, one time I was sitting in my car, and I kind of had my phone at my belly, and I was texting my friend, and it goes beep, 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 and they start moving. And so I've been kind of doing that to get them to move. My husband, he's like, stop doing that. You're giving them, like, radiation and all this stuff. But it's just funny. I think that they can hear the beeping, and they start kind of, like, wiggling. And, you know, I don't feel them all the time, but it's funny because a lot lately I've been feeling kind of like they're wiggling. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like they're moving and getting themselves self-adjusted. So I can't wait till I actually feel like feet and everything. I mean, sometimes I'll feel like a little tap, like really down low, and that has to be a foot since they're both breech right now. So I don't know. That's pretty cool. Another thing is my sugars. You know, because I'm gestational diabetic, they're kind of starting to creep up a little bit, and so my doctor's kind of keeping an eye on everything. He says I'm not at the point that I need insulin yet, but they're watching me. So that's not good. I don't want it creeping. I get kind of frustrated because I feel like in pregnancy, you're supposed to be able to like enjoy everything and eat what you want, and it's like the time that you're allowed to say, yeah, I can eat this because I'm pregnant. I can't. And it makes me so annoyed because there's so many things that I want, and I have to say, I can't have it. Like, what I really crave are at night. It's always at night. I want a Coke Slurpee so bad. And a couple of times that my sugars have been, like, low, I'll have one. But, you know, I try not to make it a habit because that's just, like, full of sugar. And I don't want to, like, hurt them or anything. So I don't want to give, you know, myself, like, a spike in my sugars or anything. Another thing is I bought some maternity clothes. I talked about that last time. And there's this one top, and it's kind of more, like, form-fitting. And it was like the first time I put it on, I was going to go out to dinner with my husband. He came home from work, and he was like, oh my gosh, where did that come from? And it's like, I'm really like starting to look pregnant now, and it's a lot of fun. So when we went out, he said like people were like looking at me and stuff, and I'm like, yes, finally looking pregnant and not just fat. So that's a plus. I can't wait till I really pop, and it's a lot like more like noticeable. But it's definitely there. Another thing, and I talked about this before, is we have our appointment coming up in 6 days. I am so excited. It's with the periodontologist, and we're going to have our big ultrasound and find out the sexes. I'm telling you, these babies had better cooperate because I am not getting off that table until I know 2 sexes. That's it. Like, I have to know. I'm going crazy not knowing. I want to know who's in there. And what's really fun is my husband and we've always had a girl name and a boy name. Always. Because we've been trying for so long that, we've just had them forever. But, we had to come up with second names. A second boy name and a second girl name. And that was kind of hard. Now, I don't feel like I'm having two girls. So, I only have two, I have a second girl name, but I don't have a middle name yet. But we definitely have two boy names now. And that's really exciting. So when we find out the sex, I'll definitely tell you guys my names and what their official names are going to be. So I'm really excited. It's the day before Thanksgiving when we find out. So I'm thinking that we're going to tell family on Thanksgiving. So that should be a lot of fun. We're really excited. I think that day my husband and I are just going to spend it together and go shopping and just kind of digest it all. I just can't wait to find out who these little people are. And I'm just praying that they're healthy and that everything's fine, because it's a more in-depth ultrasound, and hope everything looks fine. So, stop it. Sorry, that's my cat. He's acting up because he's not getting attention right now. I guess that's it. So, I guess I'll talk to you guys next week for my 18th week and let you know what's going on with this. But so far, everything's going pretty good. Thanks for watching and subscribing.